Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. On Tuesday, police departments across the Southern Tier will participate in National Night Out. That's an event that aims to bring officers and the communities they serve closer. Our Josh Feldberg has a preview.
This year will mark the 37th celebration of National Night Out. The event is a way for police departments across the country to interact with their communities and establish stronger bonds. Many departments across the Twin Tiers will be taking part in this event. Big Fox spoke with Tioga County Sheriff Frank Lewandowski, who was the first to bring the event to Tioga County.
First and foremost, the biggest thing is the partnership that it brings to law enforcement and community. That partnership is huge when we're trying to prevent crime and drug issues within every community.
The Tioga County Sheriff's Office event will be held at Ives Run from 6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow. The event is free to the public and will feature vendors, a helicopter landing, a canine unit demonstration, glow swim with an underwater drone, and a dunk tank where you'll be able to dunk the sheriff. National Night Out helps bring communities closer together. Sheriff Lewandowski is encouraging as many people as possible to come to these events all over the Twin Tiers.
It is all about the partnership between law enforcement and the community. It's difficult to fight crime alone, and we need the public. The public are the police, and the police are the public. So I think it's important, and we want everyone to come out, share their views. If they have anything, certainly let us know.
If you are interested in having fun at the event or establishing a relationship with your local law enforcement, you can check out the National Night Out website to see which communities near you are having a night out. Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Tioga County.
The Elmira Police Department announced a new deputy chief and a new officer today. Kristen Thorne has been appointed the new deputy chief. Thorne has been with the department since 2004, serving in a variety of positions. Jaden Wider became the department's newest officer this morning. Wider is a 2020 graduate of Horseheads High School. Governor Kathy Hochul signed an executive order declaring the monkeypox outbreak a state disaster emergency. The governor stated that the order was signed in order to strengthen the efforts to combat the virus. According to Hochul, more than 1 in every 4 monkeypox cases in this country are in New York. The order allows certain medical personnel to administer the vaccine and has secured more than 100,000 vaccine doses for New York. The Chemung County Health Department and the SPCA are offering a free rabies vaccination clinic. The clinic will be on August 13th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Big Flats American Legion. The health department is requiring all dogs, cats, and ferrets to be on a leash or in a carrier. New York state health laws require pets older than 4 months to be vaccinated against rabies. You can register for the clinic on the county's website. A New Jersey councilwoman says she will not resign after the release of a video allegedly showing her hitting a cyclist and then driving away from the scene. We want to warn you, some viewers may find this video disturbing. Nate Foy has more.
A spokesperson for Amy DeJesus tells Fox News she does not plan on stepping down despite thousands of people calling on her to do so. I want to show you what police saw as they arrived moments after impact. Take a look at this police body cam video. You see the bike rider here moments after he was hit. Police say he told them his ankle and leg were in pain, but remarkably, he's in decent shape. Take a listen to his account of what happened.
I came down this street.
You were coming this way?
And they just drove through a red light.
Okay.
So I was going, and then I get hit, and he just drives away.
So police do say the driver actually had the green light. The biker was mistaken there, but much more problematic, the driver did not stop. Now, the biker did not get the plate number, but police used surveillance cameras to track it down. Police say that car is registered to Councilwoman DeJesus. And police say 2 summons were issued for leaving the scene of an accident and failing to report it. Today, a Change.org petition is growing because of this. Over 3,000 people are calling on DeJesus to step down. It claims that she puts her own ambitions over the well-being of residents, and it calls on other council members to publicly support her resignation. As for DeJesus herself, her spokesperson sent Fox News this. It reads, quote, Amy recognizes the calls that have been made for additional information and transparency. She would very much like to address this situation more comprehensively, but there is a legal process that must play out first. That statement says DeJesus will in fact talk about this when the legal process is over, and it also reiterates that she is very thankful no one is seriously hurt. Reporting in New York, Nate Foy, Fox News.
The sports world mourning the passing of NBA legend Bill Russell. Russell, the dominant center and 12-time All-Star, led the Boston Celtics during an unparalleled dynasty run of 11 NBA championships in the 50s and 60s, and was an outspoken civil rights advocate throughout his career. Charles Watson shows us a look back at Russell's incredible legacy.
The news of the passing of NBA legend Bill Russell is certainly sending shockwaves through the world of sports and beyond as folks just try to wrap their heads around such a huge loss. A message posted to Russell's Twitter earlier today said he passed away peacefully with his wife Janine by his side. Since tributes for the Boston Celtics great and NBA Hall of Famer have poured in from high-profile figures, including former presidents and fellow basketball legends such as Magic Johnson, who called Russell's death a tremendous loss for the entire basketball world. Johnson said, quote, "Russell was my idol. I looked up to him on the court and off. His success on the court was undeniable. He was dominant and great, winning 11 NBA championships off the court. Bill Russell paved the way for guys like me." In a statement, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver called Russell, quote, "the ultimate winner and consummate teammate whose impact on the NBA will be felt forever." And President Obama said in part in a statement of his own, "Today we lost a giant. Russell was the greatest champion in basketball history. Off the court, he was a civil rights trailblazer. Russell was widely considered the greatest champion in all of sports. His list of accomplishments are vast, winning 11 championships and 5 MVP awards in his 13-year career with the Boston Celtics. Born on February 12, 1934, Russell grew up in heavily segregated Louisiana. Memories of seeing his parents discriminated against would stick with him through his adult life as he battled racism in basketball and America. In Boston, a city where he was not embraced in the same way as white players, he spoke up often about the treatment of black players and was front and center at the height of the civil rights movement, marching with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and standing alongside boxing great Muhammad Ali. And it was that display of courage that led President Obama to award Russell the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2011. Bill Russell was 88 years old. In Atlanta, Charles Watson, Fox News.
Your complete workweek forecast is coming up next. Plus this.
It's a dining experience that you can sink more than just your teeth into. I'm Jackie Ibanez with a look at how technology and food are combining for an immersive meal unlike anything else. That's straight ahead.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, over the weekend, we rounded off the month of July, and now we're into that month of August. I'm meteorologist Alyssa Triplett, and we will have times to get outdoors and start to enjoy this weather because as we head into August, we know that we're going to start to head into that time of the year where those temperatures gradually do fall. But we still have some above average temperatures even in the next 7 days that we will be watching for. Now, as we step through the overnight, we have noticed that we have those clear skies, some increasing cloud cover moving its way through, and that is going to bring us a chance for a few brief showers as we step into that Tuesday forecast. So as we stand our brief shower too, not expecting anything to be a total washout, so you won't need that heavy rain gear. Maybe the umbrella just in case you get a little bit of a rain shower moving through, but most of those chances will fall into those morning hours, and we'll time it out here in just a moment for you. But underneath some of those cloudier skies and spotty showers, temperatures will trend to be cooler than what we've seen over the weekend and for our Monday, but we will see warming take over quickly by the middle of the week. We may even need some heat headlines lines across portions of New York and into Pennsylvania due to the potential that on Thursday, heat indices, I should say, will be climbing upwards of those triple digits where we may need some of those heat advisories. So we'll keep an eye on that extended forecast, but what we'll try to see as we head even past that warmest day is a little bit of a roller coaster. We'll watch those temperatures fall and climb again, as well as talk about some more rain chances. So rolling through our rain chance here we have in the near future. A few chances for those stray showers. Again, nothing looking very organized, nothing looking widespread or really bringing heavy downpours. Maybe some redevelopment into the afternoon and evening, but that looks to trend to be off to the south as well as the east of Elmira and Corning. So trending to stay quieter when we look at precipitation totals. They are staying fairly minimal, just around maybe a few hundredths of an inch, especially across Pennsylvania. So really going to miss out on a bulk of actually some significant moisture, but definitely trending to keep those temperatures cooler, especially as we are looking at some breezy winds in place anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour as the frontal system will be sliding its way through the Finger Lakes and towards Pennsylvania, bringing those shower chances with it. But it's also going to kick out some of those those warmer temperatures. So you'll see that through the Finger Lakes will hold into those 70s due to the passage of that frontal system happening earlier in the day, just barely hanging on to about average into Elmira, about 83 degrees, as average is about 84 for this time of the year. But as mentioned, those temperatures don't take long to warm back up. That midweek warming brings us back into those lower 90s on Wednesday under some bright sunshine as well. So we are able to return to even some more quiet conditions. But as mentioned, Thursday is going to be the warmest. Look at those heat indices climbing up to 97 degrees in Elmira and Corning, and a few locations, especially across Pennsylvania, could be up into those triple digits. So we'll keep an eye on that forecast for your Thursday. Storm chances will move in late Thursday into that Friday forecast. And then as mentioned, we are going to stay under this roller coaster as we drop back down into those 80s on Friday. It looks like we are seeing ups and downs as we head into next week.
A high-tech dining experience is letting you paint like the masters before devouring your edible creations. Jackie Ibanez has a look at the immersive meal that you've got to see to believe.
It's time to take a culinary journey to a place where playing with your food isn't just encouraged, it's required. This is a glimpse of the 7 Paintings dinner at the Shangri-La, Dubai, a new futuristic hands-on dining experience meant to entertain and educate guests while they eat.
We wanted to join theatrics of food and food art with actual immersive dining experience.
Throughout the 2-hour, 7-course meal, state-of-the-art 3D technology transports guests back in time as they learn about 7 of the world's most renowned artists, including Michelangelo, Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, Salvador Dali, Jackson Pollock, Andy Warhol, and Banksy, with some of their masterpieces cascading across plates and tables, bringing them to life.
You get a nice journey through the various different seminal artists that they've been, all obviously whilst eating very good food as well.
Customers are also given the chance to become artists themselves. Various edible ingredients and brushes are provided so diners can paint their own delectable art inspired by the masters.
To be able actually to paint your own food and eat it and taste it and it's edible, I think it's an amazing experience.
Good news, the price of the dinner is far less than what the actual paintings could go for at auction. A seat at a private table goes for a little over $122 per person.
An unusual sporting event celebrates life by bringing together people who've either received a life-saving organ donation or given one to others. Zara Barker tells us about the Transplant Games.
I had my first transplant when I was 18, a few days after high school.
Inside the San Diego Convention Center is 6,000 people.
For so many people here, just to make it here, it's a feat.
All celebrating life.
That's why we're here. There's a spirit here that I think that I wouldn't find anywhere else in my life.
For J.P. Marzano, the Transplant Games of America is a therapy he's been around for 25 years as he went through 3 kidney transplants.
The odds were not with me when I was younger, and a lot of the situations I've been in, the odds haven't been with me, you know, but I think that being here, it humbles you. It reminds me that there's plenty of other people that have gone through what I have, if not even much worse.
His case is an anomaly, and he knows every single one of his donors, including his dad.
It's the best thing you can do in your life.
He says this event is full circle.
When he was in high school, when his kidney first failed, and at the time was captain of his tennis team. And so watching him compete is like completing that circle.
Recipients come here to, celebrate. They come here to prove things. to themselves, to others, to their donor. There's living donors that are just proud to see their recipient celebrating, playing sports.
The Transplant Games chose San Diego to host its 20 athletic competitions and 40 events with another mission.
We want to get more people on the registries. You know, last year there were 40,000 organ transplants in the United States, more than anywhere in the world, which is great. But there were 7,000 people who passed away on the waiting list. We need to do better.
Still ahead, a sonar device called the Aqua Eye is helping rescue crews to locate drowning victims. How this technology works, coming up. It's been a rough week for fire crews in Multnomah County, Oregon. Rescue crews have had to deal with 2 drownings, but they're getting some help from a new technology called Aqua Eye that's helping to locate victims. Drew Marine has more.
It's been a rough week for fire crews. They've gone to 3 water rescue calls, and 2 of those ended with drownings.
We were all really sad driving back to the station last night to experience two fatalities in 1 week. It takes a toll on us.
On Wednesday, a man went underwater and never came up in the Sandy River near Oxbow Park. Corbett and Gresham fire crews found 46-year-old Derek Johnson, but paramedics couldn't save him. They say he was paddleboarding when he fell in and wasn't wearing a life jacket. The next day, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says a 12-year-old got swept away at Oxbow Park. Luckily, his parents got him and they waited for crews to rescue them after making it to a beach. On Friday, the Sheriff's Office says a man went into the Sandy River at Dabney Park alone, began to struggle, and didn't resurface. He was taken to the hospital where he died. The latest drowning victim was found with a sonar device called an Aqua Eye.
It does a 180 scan of the river, going about, right now I have it at medium range, so it's looking 20 meters out. I can put it in long range or short range, depending on where we think our victim is.
Corbett firefighter paramedic Jasmine Zimmer-Stuckey says they're the only agency in the state that has it, and they used it for the first time Friday, saying it cuts down search times.
When a patient is underwater, every second counts, every minute counts, and we purchased this tool after what was honestly, last summer, where we had very painful, very challenging, long searches.
Corbett Fire has been at all 3 calls this week, and Zimmer-Stuckey says people underestimate just how unpredictable the Sandy River can be.
There are steep drop-offs, rocky bottoms, so you could go out in the river, 30 feet, and all of a sudden, water that was once up to your knee is now up to your neck. And if you weren't expecting that, that can be a huge risk to someone's safety. If you aren't in a life jacket, you are all of a sudden at the bottom, finding yourself at the bottom of a really deep river system that is moving swiftly.
She sends her condolences to the victims' families and wants to remind people there are loaner life jackets people can use at parks like Dabney, Oxbow, and Glen Otto, because both people who died this week weren't wearing one.
New smart glasses allow the hearing impaired to read conversations as they happen. Diana Martin was ecstatic after putting on the high-tech specs and seeing the captions for the first time. The software, called X-Ray Glass, displays live, real-time subtitles to enable the deaf community to engage in everyday conversations by instantly turning audio into captions that are displayed in front of the wearer's eyes. This smart technology was inspired by X-Ray Glass CEO Dan Scarf, who observed his grandfather's increasing isolation because of hearing loss.
It's powerful. It's powerful. I can't understate the power and the importance for people who are hard of hearing all over the world to feel that they don't have to solely rely on lip reading anymore. And it's a big moment.
The software is still being developed, but Scarf says it can already recognize who's speaking and will soon have the power to translate languages, voice tones, accents, and pitch. New research would suggest that a little bit of stress may benefit the brain. Researchers at the University of Georgia studied data of more than 1,200 younger adults. The participants answered a questionnaire about their stress level. Researchers then analyzed the participants' neurocognitive skills through a series of tests and compared the results to each person's answers. They found low to moderate stress can be helpful to the brain and may lower the risk of mental health disorders. They say stress from preparing for an important exam or an important meeting could actually help with personal growth. Stay with us. We'll have more right after this. We want to leave you with a smile. All paws on deck. Circle Line teamed up with the North Shore Animal League for a mobile adoption event on the Hudson River. On Saturday, passengers and their four-legged friends could sail away together and take in views of the New York City skyline and the Statue of Liberty. Attendees got to connect while learning more about the Animal League's mission. Circle Line says they'll be donating 100% of each ticket price to the organization. I'm Scott Beadle. Thanks so much for watching.